Yo, what is up guys, Mr. Ninja 75 here today, and today we're back at it again with another Dragon Ball Z discussion. And in this video we'll be talking about filler in Dragon Ball Z. Now usually when it comes to anime filler, the first thing that comes to people's minds are like, oh my gosh, Naruto filler, I hate that, oh my gosh, all filler is bad. Well, while certain fillers can get so repetitive, annoying, unnecessary, and flat out boring, there are indeed other filler that can build up a character much more than it already is, and essentially make their personality stand out a lot more. There's also other types of filler that's very entertaining, or other filler that just flat out makes you laugh. And in this video we'll be talking about the top 5 best fillers in all of Dragon Ball. The meaning of filler in anime is essentially a part in the anime that's technically not canon and wasn't in the original manga. So it's basically added material, and as I said earlier, some of the added material can be really good and some of it can be really bad. And the reason I'm mentioning that, while movies do technically fall under this category, I'm not putting them on this list, to be honest. This list is going to be filler in the actual series of Dragon Ball, not a side story, not a spin-off, not a special or movie or anything like that. Legitimate episodes in a series. So let's get started with number 5. Number 5 is actually Gohan going to high school. Now, I've seen a few people that actually don't like Gohan going to high school because of all that Great Saiyaman stuff, and while I do not like Great Saiyaman at all, I really do like Gohan going to high school actually. Whether it be him going on the first date, which is literally like really cute and Gohan doesn't even know what he's doing or anything like that, or whether it be him playing baseball for the first time and knock the ball like out of the park so much, oh my gosh. And him to like be the Golden Warrior, that was, even if it was only like a little bit of time, I actually kind of like Golden Warrior more than Great Saiyaman, to be honest, because Golden Warrior was cool, like it was really cool. Great Saiyaman was kind of eh. But overall, Gohan going to high school, very enjoyable to watch and did what other filler have a hard time doing. Actually be entertaining. So let's get on to number 4. Number 4, Goku and Piccolo driving cars. This was freaking hilarious. So the whole plot of this episode is that Chi-Chi wants Goku and Piccolo to get driver's license so they can like drive cars and not make her work so much. Like, it's such a funny episode, and see Piccolo wear those clothes, Goku and Piccolo have no idea how to drive. It's a hilarious episode, really. And one of the best parts of this episode, which not a lot of people seem to mention, this episode is so Toriyama-esque. Like, the things that, like, the writing in this episode, like Goku and Piccolo driving cars, Piccolo wearing those clothes, everything, every single bit of comedy in this episode feels like Toriyama wrote it. Like, and in fact, it was definitely one of the better filler, and probably, in my opinion, the funniest filler in all of Dragon Ball. So not only was it entertaining to watch, it made you laugh, okay? And you can't complain for a good laughter, alright? So now let's move on to number 3. Number 3, the Otherworld Tournament. The Otherworld Tournament showed us a different side of the Dragon Ball world. We got to see very unique fighters and characters that were introduced, like Pikkon, Olibu, and much more that I forgot the names too, but you guys get the gist. It's, the characters were like so unique, and unlike other characters in Dragon Ball, like the certain movie villains, these characters actually had a personality, and they were well-rounded, likable characters. The tournament was very enjoyable to watch, and we got some fight scenes that were not only well animated, they were very well done in general. So what you're essentially looking at is a group of episodes that are entertaining, have likable new characters, have very well animated fight scenes, and is all around enjoyable to watch. Now that is good filler. Take notes, Naruto Shippuden. Anyways, now on to number 2. Number 2, the 10-day gap between the Cell games. Dang, were these episodes so enjoyable to watch. Rather than training very intensely for like 10 days, Goku decided, you know what, him and Gohan should just relax, and thankfully, and dang, did Goku give us some pretty good filler to watch. Like, whether it be the one episode where Gohan actually meets up again with Tao Pai Pai as a cyborg, which I think I'm sure Toriyama probably already forgot he existed, come to think of it. But it was nice to see a comeback of Tao. It was nice to see him recognize Gohan and Gohan saying like, oh no, that's my father, Goku and stuff. I don't know, something about that episode is just... and not just that episode, those episodes were enjoyable in general. And seeing Chi-Chi freak out when Gohan got blonde hair, that was priceless. So these episodes were so enjoyable to watch. But now on to number 1. And number 1 is, surprise surprise, another Gohan moment. My number 1 best filler in all of Dragon Ball has to be Gohan Saiyan Saga training with Piccolo and him pretty much going out into the wild, surviving on his own, and that essentially, whoa, those episodes were not only entertaining, but guess what? They also developed Gohan's character very well. We got to see the development of Gohan as a character, essentially, from him being a whiny crybaby to him being able to actually survive on his own and do basic Dragon Ball hero character tasks. And it was so enjoyable to see that. In fact, when I read the manga, I didn't even get half as much enjoyment as I did watching the anime for this. I'm sorry. Because in the manga, it literally just started off, Gohan trains, boom, jump cut to, like, let's say a year later. And then, where's the development in between that? And I'm very happy that the anime was able to deliver on that development and flesh out his character a little more. Even if it was only for a couple of episodes, they still made it work. So that is my number 1, and not only is that my number 1, that is my entire list of the top 5 best filler in Dragon Ball. So what'd you guys think of my list? Guys, I worked really hard on this video, and I would really like it, and it would really help me if you dropped a like, commented, and if you haven't already, subscribe, because if you do hit the subscribe button, you'll instantly get notifications from me, and also so you can see more well thought out discussions like this. Oh, and one last thing too, guys. I'm also planning on making a top 3 worst filler in all of Dragon Ball list. Trust me, there's some bad filler in Dragon Ball as well. But hopefully that list will either come tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Mr. Char out. Have a great day, everybody. Peace.